position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on last year's national champion, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Owls are facing third and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming in.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all of the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance. Call for the false start. And the Owls are marching down the field. He wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now go to dime packages to nickel packages, taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Owls really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Well, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great move.
Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But, Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
Turning it on! And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Catch in the middle. It's Turbin. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Turning on the Jets. Inside the touchdown, Wildcats. This defense making a big play and putting it in
job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, the ball's out on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up a great field position.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
This time on target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
And the Wildcats come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football.
Touchdown, Kentucky! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll give it to the back. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's got it. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Quickly complete, and he'll be brought down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. This one's complete. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You have to understand, at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Fitted in the window for the score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on 2nd down. Here's a heat. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Wildcats! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now,
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what, you can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They want to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Browning. Snowed under by the defense.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. And the Owls want to crank the tempo. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Trying to get themselves back in the football game.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Corner's going to give them room. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man on the right. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the fit.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Kentucky. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
They're going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Flips it out to the back. Breaks into the open. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Just keep slinging it. Firing to the right, complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Rice is going to enjoy the trip back to Houston after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, he's going for the big play. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it and making the big touchdown pass.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner will be brought down.
And the FAU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Turns it on in midfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Turbin. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. The Owls lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got his man quickly. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep...
There he goes. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to a break, and Kentucky is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
42. For Atlanta, 17.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Find some fresh air. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
And the Wildcats trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Kentucky! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll go back to the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll move the tight end. He'll throw on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And that's why why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The Wildcats backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the marker. It's a running room. The 40. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He lets one fly deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Finds his man. It's Turbin. Turning it on. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Let's go! Looking downfield on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finds a man on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Owls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll go to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And it's always interesting when you get into this garbage time and if it really matters or if it doesn't. And depending on who you talk to, it matters. But that's a big passing play. They just needed a lot more of those in this football game so they could score some points because this offense, it was a disappointing day.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically, they've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches, to make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that 4th down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. Steps away. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0.